everyone, welcome to my kitchen. So one of the things that a lot of people ask me is, don't you miss eating like pasta and Mexican food and pizza? And I do miss those things. Those were some of my favorite foods. I loved spaghetti. I grew up eating spaghetti almost every weekend. But now that I've started detoxing and learning the proper foods that our bodies are designed to be consuming, I've had to change just the things that I have been taught and learning to cook all over again. And the things that I have learned on my journey is raw foods are definitely the best for our body. You get the most nutrients out of your food. Now when you cook your food, anything that is above 118 degrees, it starts to kill the nutrients in your food. And now they call it dead food. And another thing too that I've learned, because when I first started cooking like this, my dishes did not turn out good at all. And I would try to find good recipes online, and then you just start to learn what goes together and you start creating your own. And that's exactly what I do, is I kind of create it in my mind, and then I get in my kitchen and I just kind of put it together. And sometimes it turns out really bad, and sometimes it turns out really good. And it's so fun. It's so fun when you're cooking in a way where you're helping and healing your body, and you're just feeding your cells the right foods, the foods that we are actually designed to be eating, not these greasy, deep fried foods and just processed foods. We have to be so careful of what we're putting into our body. Okay, so let's get started on my recipe. And remember, if you guys like my videos, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel and my journey, and it's a feel-good button. So anyways, let's get started. So I'm going to start out and make my pasta, and I'm going to use some zucchini, and I'm going to use 4 regular size zucchinis. So I'm just going to go ahead and just cut the tops off. I got these new knives for Christmas from my husband, and it's the German steel. These suckers are sharp as heck. I actually cut myself the first week I used them. I mean, I sliced my finger right open. Look at, I think you can you see that? I mean, it just sliced and my whole skin flapped over. Oh my God, be careful with these German steel. They're awesome knives, but oh my gosh, they are so sharp. So I am extra careful when I'm using these knives. And I have a bowl over here. It's my compost, because I don't waste this stuff. And now I want to just take the skins off, because I want my pasta to look like white noodles. Now, if you're doing it for health, or you want to get more nutrients, you can use the skin. And sometimes I'll just save the skin. I'll cut it up and put it in my salad. So you're just going to go ahead and just take this skin off. So now we're going to make our pasta, and you're just going to make just little strings, just like pasta. So you just keep going around until you hit the center, and that's where all the seeds are. We don't want to use that in our pasta. So now that my pasta is all done, I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on there, because zucchini has it holds a lot of water. And what the salt does is it just kind of sweats out the water out of the pasta. So, and then you're just going to go ahead and set that aside, and then we're going to make our marinara sauce. So now I'm going to add tomato to my blender, and this is 1 tomato, and I did take off the skin just to make it smoother, but it was just a medium-sized tomato. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of hemp seeds. I'm gonna add that. 1 date, and I did take the seed out of the middle, don't forget that. 1 clove of garlic, and I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And I'm also gonna add a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Actually, I'm gonna do a full teaspoon of that. This really gives it that, that Italian flavor. If you have fresh basil in your garden, oh my gosh, that would be perfect to add to this. And if you like a little bit of heat to your marinara, I do. I love spicy food. I just add just a little bit of some chili flakes in there. And let's blend this up. So remember that Parmesan cheese that I showed in my last video? It's just cashews, ground cashews, with some onion powder and sea salt, and it tastes like Parmesan cheese. And I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle that on top of my pasta. So good.